I'm going to show you how to make money online by selling on Amazon in this free step-by-step Amazon FBA masterclass video. And I know the exact formula that you can use to start your own passive income online business. And that's because I've been selling online for over 10 years. And my name is Travis Marziani. And over the last decade, I've done over $10 million in sales online. And I've also taught over 1,000 students my exact method for selling on Amazon. And those students have gone on to start businesses that are making them over $100,000 per year, some of them even doing over $1 million per year. And I even recently launched a new business using this method I'm going to show you in this video that's done over $120,000 in sales in the last 6 months. And even though, yes, I do have an in-depth Amazon FBA training program that I'll link to down below, you don't need to join that training program in order to have success on Amazon. In this one video, I'm gonna condense down everything I've spent the last 10 years learning into one epic free masterclass video. And we're gonna go over every aspect of starting your Amazon business. And there are timestamps down below if you wanna jump to different sections. But if this is your first time watching this video, I would recommend watching it all the way through, and then you can always come back, and on your second time watching it, you can take notes and jump around to any specific questions that you might have. And don't worry if as you're watching this video, there's something that you don't understand, I promise by the end of this video, it will be clear. And if for any reason it's still not clear, at the end of this video, I'm gonna link a 8-hour free Amazon FBA course that goes into so much more detail. But I don't think you even need that free 8-hour course because, as I mentioned, I'm condensing down the most important aspects. I'm distilling it down into this one video. And we're gonna go over how to find a product, how to find a manufacturer, how to set up your Amazon seller account, how to properly brand and design your product, how to create a listing on Amazon's website, and really every single step of the process that you're gonna need to know in order to make your own profitable passive income business. Now, before we get started, we need to cover a few of the basics. And you may already think that you know what Amazon FBA is, but let me explain it to you in a way that you may never have thought about before. And when you understand what I'm about to tell you, it's gonna make it so that it's very easy for you to make money selling on Amazon. So how do people make money selling on Amazon? Why is this such a big opportunity? You've probably heard about people becoming millionaires overnight, and I'm not promising that you're gonna become a millionaire overnight. It does take hard work for you to start an Amazon business, but once you get your business up and running, it can be relatively passive income. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But let's talk about what Amazon FBA is. And the big thing that you need to understand is that selling products on Amazon right now is a huge opportunity. And this is kind of obvious. When you think about it, more and more people are buying things off Amazon every single day. In the world, Amazon has over 300 million Prime customers. In the United States alone, they have around 160 million Prime customers. And keep in mind, a Prime customer is someone that's paying Amazon money in order to be able to buy products from their website and get faster delivery. And if someone's paying to be a Prime member, the chances are that they're going to be buying a lot of their products on Amazon. Now, this number, the number of Prime customers, is actually growing every single year. Last year alone, there was over $500 billion spent on Amazon's website. This year, it's projected to be over $600 billion spent on their website, and next year it's gonna be over $700 billion. So this is an opportunity that's growing because more and more people are buying things from Amazon every single day. But the key thing here, and the way that you can make money off of this, is by understanding that you can sell products on Amazon. People are already going to Amazon. They're already searching for things to buy. People are going to Amazon 2.4 billion times per month to search for things that they want to buy. So Amazon already has a lot of people going and looking to buy things from their website. And so if you can sell products where people are buying the products, then you can make a lot of money, and you can do that. Now, there are two different options when selling on Amazon. There is the FBA program and the FBM program. And if you've been looking into this, you probably know that Amazon FBA is the term that a lot of people use to talk about selling on Amazon. And the reason why is because FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. The way this works is you buy products in bulk at a discounted rate. You then ship those products into the Amazon warehouse. This makes it so those products are Prime eligible. So those 160 million Prime customers are more likely to buy your Prime eligible products. And what makes this really amazing is that you don't have to handle any of the shipping of your products. So what happens is a customer goes to Amazon's website, they buy a product, and since your products are already in Amazon's warehouse, Amazon picks, packs, and ships that product out to the customer for you, meaning that you don't have to do anything, which is why I call this passive income, because you don't have to handle getting customers to come to your website because Amazon already has customers coming to the website looking to buy products, and you don't have to handle the shipping. Now, again, we're going to talk about there is some work that you're going to have to do in order to get your business up and running, but once it's up and running, it's relatively easy to maintain. Now, the other option that you can do, especially if you're a beginner and you just want to test out selling on Amazon, is you could do what's called FBM, which stands for Fulfilled by Merchant. This means that you list your product for sale on Amazon, and when you get an order, you pick, pack, and ship it out yourself. You have to go to the post office, you have to print out shipping, you have to deal with all that work. And I don't recommend doing that because honestly, you will not make as much money with FBM as you will with FBA. Now, there are 4 different Amazon FBA business models, and some are better than others. And I'm going to share what all these business models are in just a minute. But before we do that, something that a lot of people ask me is it too late to make money by selling products using Amazon FBA? And the answer is no. As I mentioned, I just recently launched a business and it's doing around $30,000 per month in sales, which when you subtract out all the costs is doing around $12,000 to $14,000 profit every single month. And I barely put any work into this business. This business is Carnivore Electrolytes. I'll share with you how I started this business throughout this video, as well as I'm gonna share with you guys a new product idea that I'm gonna be launching in the next few months. And I'm gonna share with you how I found this product idea. But the short answer is it's not too late to sell on Amazon if you know what you're doing. Most people say that it's too late to sell on Amazon because they're doing techniques that worked 5, 6, 7 years ago. In this video, we're gonna go over the most up-to-date ways to make money selling products on Amazon. And you just gotta realize that as long as people are buying things from Amazon's website, you're gonna be able to make money by selling things on Amazon's website. So let's talk about the 4 techniques that people use to sell on Amazon. And I'm gonna share with you which one of these are outdated and which one of these you should actually do. The first way that people sell on Amazon is called retail arbitrage. This is where you find products being sold at a discount and resell them on Amazon for a profit. Like this toolbox right here that's being sold at Walmart.com for $103. But this exact same product is being sold on Amazon.com for $214. And all you need to do is buy this product from Walmart.com, ship it into the Amazon warehouse, sell it for that increased price of $214, and you can keep the profit. And this is one of the easiest ways to get started selling on Amazon. If you're scared about this entire process, I would recommend starting with retail arbitrage. Now, the con with retail arbitrage is it's not a great way to get rich. It's not a great way to make a lot of money because you constantly need to be going out and hunting for new product deals, buying them, and then flipping them on Amazon. Another con is there's nothing stopping other people from selling the exact same products. And these deals usually don't last long. What happens a lot of times is the market gets flooded and then the price on Amazon ends up going down because there's so many sellers selling the same product. They'll start lowering their price in order to sell out of their inventory. So retail arbitrage is a great way to get started, but it's not a great long-term way to make passive income on Amazon. And that brings me to the second way to sell on Amazon. And this used to work really well, and this is called wholesale. It's where you go to websites like globalsources.com where you can buy products in bulk with a wholesale discount. You then flip those products on Amazon for the full retail price. For instance, I saw that this camping chair is being sold on globalsources.com for $25. And that exact same camping chair is being sold on Amazon for $100. Now, a difference with wholesale versus retail arbitrage is with wholesale, you're usually gonna have to buy more than one product. So this is gonna require a little bit more money. So let's say that at a minimum, we have to buy 100 camping chairs. So we're gonna buy those 100 camping chairs, we're gonna flip them on Amazon, we're gonna keep the profit. Now, the pro with wholesale is it's relatively easy to get started. It still doesn't take that much money, but a con is, again, there's nothing stopping other people from selling the exact same product as you. Another con is there's nothing stopping the manufacturer or the wholesale company from going directly and selling it on Amazon. And I've had a lot of friends that used to do wholesale that have since quit because of this exact issue. It used to be that no one really knew what Amazon was, so you could find people who didn't know what Amazon was, buy their products with a wholesale discount and sell it on Amazon. But that's not really the case anymore. Why would the wholesaler want to sell it to you when they can make more money by selling it directly on Amazon? The answer is they wouldn't want to do that. They're going to sell it directly on Amazon. So this isn't really a long-term strategy. Next up is private label. And this is where things start to get a little bit more exciting, but you have to be careful with private label. Let's take a look at this seat cushion on Amazon. And this cushion is making $1.6 million per month in revenue. Now that revenue is not profit, but that's a lot of freaking money. This seat cushion is making a ton of money, and this is an example of a private label product. But what's really amazing about this is this exact same product is being sold on Alibaba.com for $4.90, even though it's being sold on Amazon for over $36. And the way that private label works is you would buy a product like this from Alibaba.com, slap your own private label, your own brand on it, and sell it on Amazon. Now, you can get private label to work, but the con with private label is if there's nothing special about your product, then there's nothing stopping other sellers from selling that exact same product as you. So what you really need to do if you want to have success selling on Amazon right now is to learn how to make a product that no one else is selling, where there's no other competition. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. That's what I did with my carnivore electrolytes product, and that's what I teach in my Amazon FBA training program, is how to create a unique product where there's no competition. I call this creating a passion product. So let's get started with the top 3 things that I look for in a product that I'm going to sell on Amazon. The first is the product needs to have high search volume, but low to no competition. And when selling on Amazon, it's important to realize that Amazon is just a search engine. People go to Amazon to search for products that they want to buy. That's how most people find the products that they're going to buy on Amazon. And if you can figure out what people are searching for on Amazon, but that there's no product that perfectly matches that search, you can become a freaking millionaire. And I know because I've done it. And I'm going to show you a tool in just a minute that's going to show you how to find out exactly what people are searching for on Amazon and how many times per month people are searching for different phrases on Amazon. And this tool is the most powerful way to find profitable products to sell on Amazon. I'm going to show you how I used it to find carnivore electrolytes, my recent 6-figure Amazon business, as well as how you can use it to find your own 6-figure Amazon business in just a second. But the second thing that I look for in a product that I'm going to be selling on Amazon is a certain price range. I want to sell a product that is above $15 but below $85. And the reason for this is if you're selling a product that you're charging below $15 for, it's going to be very hard to make a profit when selling on Amazon. And the reason for this is there's a lot of fees that you're going to have to pay when selling on Amazon. You're going to have to pay the cost of the product, you're going to have to pay the 15% Amazon selling fee, and the Amazon FBA pick and pack fee. I'll talk about all these fees later in the video, but trust me, you want to sell a product that you can sell for more than $15. However, I would not recommend selling a product for over $85 because you want to sell a product that's a little bit of an impulse buy. In that $15 to $85 range, people aren't really thinking about how much money they're spending. They're making more impulsive buys because they trust Amazon. They know that if they don't like the product, they can return it. Above $85, people end up needing to do a little bit of research. People are going to go on Google, they're going to read the reviews. It takes a lot more work to sell a product for over $85. So the price point of carnivore electrolytes is $34.99, falls perfectly in that range. I recommend whatever products you're selling, try to fit in that range as well. And the third criteria that I have when selling products on Amazon is I want them to be easy to ship, ideally under 1 pound. Carnivore electrolytes is easily under 1 pound because once you start selling products that are above 1 pound, you're gonna have to pay more in shipping costs. You also wanna avoid things that are gonna break easily, like glass or anything like that. And I actually used to sell a product that came in glass jars. I got a bunch of complaints. It broke, it leaked, there was a bunch of issues there. So you want to sell a product that's going to be easy to ship. Now, those are my top 3 things that I look for when selling a product on Amazon. But in my Amazon FBA training program, I actually have an entire checklist as well as a grading sheet where you can enter in information about your product idea, and it will tell you whether or not that product is a good idea. And now let me share with you my secret tool for finding products to sell on Amazon, and it's called Helium 10. And I have the hookup with Helium 10. If you click the link down below, you can actually use that to sign up for a free account. But if you do want to unlock all the features, I do have coupon codes that you can use to get you a discount. Again, just no matter what, use that link down below to either get the free account or to get the hookup with those discount codes. And the way this tool works is it's actually going to show you how many times per month people are searching for things on Amazon. Just go to Tools and then go to the Magnet tool, and you're going to type in whatever you're interested in. For instance, I recently tried out the carnivore diet, and so I just put carnivore diet in here and clicked on Get Keywords. And as I scroll down, you can see that carnivore diet is being searched over 10,000 times per month. That means that there's over 10,000 people that are searching on Amazon for exactly carnivore diet. That's a lot of people that are interested in this new fad diet. And what I recommend you do is go down and click on Magnet IQ Score. This will sort the results by how big of an opportunity Helium 10 thinks different products are. The higher the Magnet IQ score, the bigger the opportunity Helium 10 thinks a product is. And what I recommend is going through this list and seeing what people are searching for a lot where there's not a lot of competition. And we can see here beef tallow is one that's being searched over 185,000 times per month. But when we look in Amazon, yeah, there's a lot of different beef tallow. There's a lot of competition. That's not what we want. What we want to do is find a product that when we search for it in Amazon, there's zero competition. And so I went through this list, and this is how I found carnivore electrolytes actually. I went through this list and I found that over 3,000 people per month are searching for carnivore electrolytes. And when we look on Amazon, there's actually no products except for mine. This is my product right here. There's no products that actually fit that search. I mean, if you look at this product, let's say you're looking to buy electrolytes for the carnivore diet. Are you going to buy this product or are you going to buy this product? Obviously, this one's perfect. It even says in the name carnivore electrolytes, the logo is black. It pops, right? It's so much different than all these other junk products out here. Now, that's how I found carnivore electrolytes. Let's see if together we can find another product. And I actually did find another product. So let's just use the electrolyte example again. Let's say that you wanted to create your own electrolyte product. So I would type in electrolytes, click on Get Keywords, and we can see that over 95,000 people per month are searching for electrolytes. Then again, we're gonna click on Magnet IQ Score. And one thing I like to do is click on rows 150 per page. This just makes it a little bit easier. And we're gonna go through here one by one and see if there's anything that people are searching where we could make our own product. And a lot of times you'll see like LMNT, that's a brand. A lot of people are searching that on Amazon, and there's not a lot of competition for that because it's a branded name. We don't want to sell someone else's branded product. Same thing with Liquid IV. So what I recommend doing is going through this list and trying to find something that people are searching for on Amazon where there is no real product that exists for it. And all the way on page 5, I found this, sugar-free electrolytes, with over 5,000 searches per month. And let's look on Amazon. So when I look up sugar-free electrolytes, none of these products scream to me sugar-free electrolytes. And you got to remember, when people are buying things on Amazon, they don't want to think. They just want to buy the obvious product. And when I'm looking at these, I don't even know. These look like they have sugar in them. I mean, look at these colors. They obviously have flavors. And if you're looking for sugar-free electrolytes, you want something that pops. So what I'm going to be doing in the next few months is launching a product that is just black with big white words that says sugar-free electrolytes on it. And I'm willing to bet that it's going to end up becoming the most popular sugar-free electrolyte product out there. And obviously I go into much more depth about how to find a product to sell on Amazon in my complete Amazon FBA training program. But what I just showed you right here is the condensed down version. And you don't have to join that Amazon FBA training program. I have a link to that down below in the description. I also have a free 8-hour Amazon FBA course right here on YouTube. I will give you the link to that at the end of this video. So keep paying attention. But once we've found a product, the next thing that you have to understand how to do is how to find a manufacturer. And this is so easy to do. I'm going to show you how to do that. But before I do that, one thing that I recommend you do is actually apply for your Amazon seller account. And to do that, all you have to do is go to sell.amazon.com. And I'm going to walk you through the process right now in a condensed, just a couple minute version. And it's important to know that there's actually two different types of Amazon seller accounts that you can have. There is the professional selling account, which is going to cost $39.99 a month. But there's also the individual seller account, which is free. And Amazon hides this option. And if you're a beginner Amazon seller and you're looking for a really easy way to get started, you can always start with an individual seller account. And to do that, you're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page and you're going to click on sign up to become an individual seller. Now, I don't recommend this if you're really trying to make passive income selling on Amazon, if you're really trying to make a strong business. I do recommend signing up for the professional selling plan. And an important thing to know is, yes, it's going to cost you $39.99 a month, but you'll pay the initial $39.99 for your first month, but you won't have to pay again until you start selling on Amazon. And that's why I recommend you sign up for your seller account early on before you're actually ready to start selling, because it may take a few weeks or even a few months before you fully get approved. Now, you can get approved in as little time as just a couple days, but to be on the safe side, I recommend doing this earlier on. As I mentioned, if you are looking to sign up for an individual seller account, just click on that sign up to become an individual seller. However, if you are looking to sign up for the professional selling account, click on the sign up button at the top. And before you get started, you're gonna need a valid government ID or a passport, recent bank account or credit card statement, a credit card, or a mobile phone number. And it doesn't matter whether you live in the United States or not, either way, you can sell on Amazon. Once you have everything that you need, you're gonna get started with this process. It's gonna take about 10 to 15 minutes to fill out all the information. And you're gonna go through and you're gonna fill out everything. And I actually have a video that's 5 minutes long that shows you step-by-step how to sign up for your Amazon seller account in record time. And it shows you everything that you're gonna need to have. And one thing to think about before you sign up for your Amazon seller account is, do you wanna use your own personal identity, your social security number, as your selling account information? Or do you want to sign up to legally have your own business, which is what I recommend? And doing this, you could have a business bank account, business credit card, and you can use all that information to sign up for your Amazon seller account. And you have two main options when creating a business in order to sell on Amazon. You can either do a DBA or an LLC. And a DBA stands for doing business as. This is going to be the cheaper option, and it allows you to start a business entity for under $100, around $99. And by getting a DBA or getting an LLC, it allows you to open up a business bank account, a business credit card. It allows you to get a EIN, which stands for Employer Identification Number. And an EIN is basically the social security number of your business. It lets the government know that any money that's being made for this EIN number, that it needs to get taxed properly, and that this is the business entity that it's associated with. And a lot of people choose to start business entities to protect themselves. And a DBA isn't going to offer you any kind of legal protection, meaning that if someone sues your business and all you have is a DBA, then they can actually come after your personal assets. And to be fair, this is very rare, but I just want you to be aware of this. However, if you are nervous about that, you can sign up for an LLC. And an LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. And this allows you to separate your personal assets from your business assets, so that if someone sues your business, they can't come after your personal assets. It also offers some tax advantages, and you can do what's called an S Corp, and that's something I talk about in other videos. And you can do an LLC taxed as an S Corp. There's a lot of different options here, but for most people, you're either gonna wanna do a DBA or an LLC, and you can opt to be taxed as an S Corp, which is gonna save you some money. Again, that's a more advanced topic. We don't need to worry about that for this video right here. But once you've signed up for your DBA, your LLC, you have your business bank account and your business credit card, then you're pretty much ready to sign up for your Amazon seller account. And it's a very easy process. It's not that much harder than signing up for a new email account or anything like that. The only difference is you're gonna have to provide some extra information like photos of your passport and photos of a credit card statement proving you are who you say you are. Now let's talk about how to find a manufacturer for your Amazon product. Now remember, the way that you're making money on Amazon is buying your product in bulk at a discounted rate and then selling it on Amazon for an increased price. And this is how all major physical product businesses work. Obviously, if you're buying your product in bulk, you're gonna be able to get that discounted rate. Now, in order to do that, you're gonna have to find a manufacturer, because what we're looking to do here is to create a unique product. Let's use the example of carnivore electrolytes or sugar-free electrolytes. These aren't groundbreaking products. There are already companies out here that can make those products. We're gonna tweak the recipe a little bit. We're gonna remove any sugar from sugar-free. We're gonna make sure that we remove any artificial flavors or sweeteners. And after that, all we really need to do is create a strong brand, strong labels that make it very clear why our product is different than the competition. And this is somewhat similar to private label. The big thing is that we're niching down our product. And one thing that I want you to remember is that the riches are in the niches. The more niche down your product is, within reason, the more money that you're gonna be able to make. You want people, when they see your product, to know that it's perfect for them. So let's talk about how to find a manufacturer for your product. And there are a couple different ways that you can do this, and it really depends whether or not you want to get your product manufactured in the United States or overseas in places like China. And I'm going to be clear with you that it's a lot less expensive if you get your product manufactured overseas. Now, certain products, like consumable products, you're going to want to have made in the United States. And you might think that products that are made overseas in places like China are going to be cheap, crappy quality. It's not true. It used to be like that in the 80s and the 90s, but now China has some really amazing equipment. In fact, they can make higher quality products in certain niches than we even can in the United States. And that's because so much manufacturing has gone overseas that most US-based manufacturers don't have the same machinery as a lot of these foreign companies do. And even a lot of US-based manufacturing companies, they actually have branches in China. So even though you think you're using a US manufacturer, you're actually just working with China anyways. You just are working with a middleman. So how do you cut out the middleman? How do you find a manufacturer overseas? And the easiest way to do this is a website called Alibaba.com. And I'm going to show you how to use Alibaba.com in just a second. But basically, it's the largest website where you can get connected with manufacturers overseas. Now, they're primarily based in China, but they have manufacturers in India, in Taiwan, pretty much all over the world. There are manufacturers listed on this website. If you are looking to find a manufacturer in the United States, you can use a website called thomasnet.com, and I can show you quickly how to use that. You can also just use Google. A lot of people don't realize this, but if you just type in whatever you're looking for, space manufacturer, space private labeler, into Google, you'll get connected with manufacturers very easily. So let's start with Alibaba.com. And all you have to do is type in what you're looking for. And let's say here, propane torch. And we'll click on manufacturers. And you can see here that we have a list of a bunch of different manufacturers that we can work with. And I picked propane torch because I actually have a student named Brent, and Brent has a crazy story. I'll tell you a story in just a minute. But last year he did over $1 million in sales selling his own propane torch called SearPro. And if you were to look for a manufacturer, you could come here and you could find lots of different manufacturers. And Brent is one of my favorite success stories. He joined my Amazon FBA training program called the Passion Product Formula, and he called me and he said, "Hey, I am a first responder helicopter pilot. I also have 2 young kids at home. I don't have a lot of time, but I have a really cool product that I believe in." And I taught him how to sell on Amazon. And as I mentioned, last year did over $1 million in sales. He's done over $2 million in total sales now. And I tell that story because even if you don't think you have a lot of time, I guarantee that you can still make money by selling on Amazon. Another example that I like to talk about is AJ. AJ came to me, he lost his job during the pandemic, and he needed money in order to pay his bills. And he was a bartender before the pandemic, but obviously you can't do that when everything's shut down. And I helped him find a product called cocktail cards, and we actually partnered on this. He launched it, and in his first year, he did over $500,000 in sales. And let me show you how we would find a manufacturer for that. All we would do is type in flashcards, hit the search button, and you can see that there's a ton of different companies that make exactly flashcards. The next step would just be to contact the suppliers and tell them exactly what you're looking to make. For instance, with the cocktail cards, we were looking to do 100 cards inside like a little, they call it a hat box, and we would have our own custom designs on each of those cards. And then we asked them how much money it would cost, as well as what is the minimum order quantity. And a lot of times you'll hear this as MOQ. It's what is the minimum amount that you're gonna need to order. And with our product, with cocktail cards, at a minimum, we had to order 500 units. And you can see that it does take a little bit of money to get this started, except for AJ didn't have any money to start his business. So what we did instead is we launched a crowdfunding campaign. And you can do this using Kickstarter or Indiegogo. This is where you pre-sell your products before you spend any money on your business. So we showed everyone what our idea was. He ended up raising over $100,000 in pre-sales. We took that money, we paid for the designs, we paid for a manufacturer, and even though he didn't have any money to get started, he was able to start this business. So even if you don't have money or you don't have a lot of time, you can still start a successful Amazon FBA business. Thomasnet and Google are very similar to this. You're just going to type in what you're looking for and you're going to get a list of a bunch of different manufacturers. Now, another thing that a lot of people get stuck on is how do you get your product shipped from, let's say, overseas into the US based Amazon warehouse? And you have two different options. You can do air shipping or sea shipping. Air shipping is going to be more expensive, but it's going to be faster. Sea shipping is going to be less expensive, but it is going to be slower. And your manufacturer oftentimes can help you with this. Alibaba also has services that can help you with this. It's very easy. You don't have to worry about this too much. There's a lot of different companies that can help you with this, including your manufacturer. The next step to selling on Amazon is to add your product as a listing on Amazon. This allows everyone on Amazon's website to see your product. But before we do that, we have to talk about two things that a lot of people skip when creating and selling a product on Amazon. And these are two of the most important things, and that is how to name your product and how to brand your product. Because if you create a good brand and name for your product, it's gonna make it so you can sell your product at a higher price point, which ultimately means more profit for you. When creating a name for your product, there's two different ways that you can go about this. One is to include the search phrases in the name for your product. Basically, whatever someone would search for in order to find your product, put that as the name of your product. For instance, we have carnivore electrolytes, which is exactly what people are searching for on Amazon. So we just created that as the name for the product. Same thing with sugar-free electrolytes. It's very simple, and this is a really easy way to get a lot of sales on Amazon from day one. However, if you want to create a stronger, more premium brand, you're going to want to come up with a name that is easy to remember, but also, more importantly, hard to forget. Think of Nike. It's a very easy name to remember, but once you hear it, there's something about that name where you just almost can't forget it. And maybe even more important than creating a name is branding your product properly. And you want it so that your product pops on the Amazon search results, because if it grabs people's attention, they're gonna click on your product and they're ultimately going to buy your product. Now, one thing that I like to do is look at all the other products that are listed for sale and see how we can make our product stand out. For instance, with carnivore electrolytes, a lot of the products had blue colors, there were white and green. So I decided that we're gonna make this black with red letters so that it's different, it stands out. And when your eyes are scanning the page, you're naturally attracted to the thing that's different. And different colors have different meanings. Red often shows passion, love. It's more likely to make you hungry, actually. That's why McDonald's and so many fast food companies include red in their logos. Red also really grabs attention. Blue, on the other hand, will give more of a feeling of calmness and security. This is why a lot of insurance companies use blue as their primary color. Green will make it so your product feels natural, organic, and maybe even healthy. And if you need help with creating your logo or any of the designs of your product, check out FBAcreatives.com. I'm one of the co-founders of the company, and it's the company that I use to do the branding for all my Amazon products. And because of that, I have the hookup with them. There is a coupon code in the description that'll get you 50% off any purchases you make from FBAcreatives.com. But now that we understand how to name our product and create a logo and packaging for our product, let's finally get our product up on Amazon. And then after that, we're gonna talk about how to properly launch your product. But in order to get your product listed on Amazon, you're gonna go into your Amazon Seller Central account, you're gonna click on the little three lines, and you're gonna click to add a product. And from there, if you're adding a new product that's never been sold on Amazon before, that doesn't already have an Amazon listing, you're gonna create a new listing. In order to do this, Amazon has a bunch of different fields for you to fill out. And it's very simple to do. All you're gonna have to do is type in things like what you want the title of your product to be, type in a description, type in how much you want to sell your product for, as well as upload all the images. And I have videos going in depth about how to create a proper product listing. And there are two really important things to think about when creating your listing. One is that your listing is a chance for people to see what your product is about. It's a chance for you to sell people on buying your product. And two, it's a chance for you to let Amazon know what your product is about. And the reason this is important is, again, going back to this idea that Amazon is a search engine. When someone types in what they're looking to buy on Amazon, Amazon doesn't really know what your product's about unless you tell them what it's about. And the way that Amazon figures this out is based on your title and your bullet points, the description. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure you include lots of keywords in your title, bullet point, and description. And when I say keywords, what I mean is the phrases that people are searching for in order to get your product. For instance, with carnivore electrolytes, the number one thing that people would search for is carnivore electrolytes. So that was the first 2 words in our title. We're letting Amazon know this is exactly what our product is about. We also saw that people were searching for hydration powder, so we made sure we included that in our keywords. Same thing with the bullet points. We have hydration powder, 0 carbs, and other keywords that we know when people are searching for, if they find our product, they're likely to want to buy our product. But one of the most important parts of listing your product on Amazon is the images. And you're really going to want to spend a lot of time on the main image, because this is the first thing that people are going to see when they search in Amazon. Then once people click on your Amazon listing, another very important thing to keep in mind is all the other side images. And you're going to want to upload as many as you can, because people, when buying a product off Amazon, they can't pick it up, they can't hold it, they can't tell that it's a real product unless you show them that it's a real product. And one way to do that is to show the product in action, in multiple different angles of the product, and maybe even give the benefits of the product. And this is a mistake that a lot of beginners make. A lot of beginners will give the features, the tech specs of the product instead of the benefits. For instance, we could talk about carnivore electrolytes, how many milligrams of sodium, magnesium, and potassium our product has, but nobody really cares about that. They care about what the benefit of them is going to be, which is going to be hydration, better function, that it's going to help support you on the carnivore diet. That's what people want. They don't really care about the specs so much. Although if you do have a health-related product, having those numbers as one of your images is probably an important thing to do. Once you add your title, all the bullet points, upload your images, and add all the details for your product listing, all you have to do is click to continue, and boom, your product is live to be sold on Amazon. But let's talk about how to properly launch your product, because this is another key thing that so many people mess up. You want to get as many sales as possible from day one, because that'll let Amazon know that you have a great product that a lot of people are interested in. And there are a number of different ways to do this. One of my favorite ways to do this is to start social media for your product before you ever launch it. But you don't need to do that. Another option is to use Amazon PPC, and PPC stands for pay per click. This is a way for you to advertise your product on Amazon, and it makes it so that your product shows up to the top of the search results. Now, some people recommend advertising your product on Amazon as soon as you launch it, and then other people recommend waiting until you get a few reviews. There are programs that Amazon has, like their Vine program, which allows you to pay a little bit of money, and Amazon will send your product out for free to some of their top reviewers, and it'll allow you to get some reviews again from day one. And this is good because when was the last time you bought a product from Amazon that had 0 reviews? It's pretty rare. Most people want to buy a product that already has a bunch of reviews, because then people can trust it. They believe that it's going to be a good product. However, when you're first getting started, you're going to need to get a ton of reviews. And one thing that you can do, and don't tell anyone I told you this, but you can get friends and family to leave reviews for you. Now, technically, this is against the terms and service of selling on Amazon. But most people do this, and as long as your friend or family member has never shared an internet connection with you, or at least has never logged on to the same internet connection that you use to log on to your Amazon Seller Central account, Amazon won't really know. I recommend maybe don't do this with your immediate family, but find friends that go to the same gym as you, or other friends that you have that you've never shared an internet connection with, and offer for them to buy your product, and you'll Venmo them or PayPal them 100% of the price. Then, ask them to leave a review. And this is gonna do a couple things. One, it's gonna make it so you get a bunch of sales from day one. And then two, it's gonna make it so you get a bunch of reviews early on. Now, again, don't tell Amazon I told you this, because technically you're not supposed to do it. But as long as you don't get caught doing it, which most people don't, you're fine. And even if you do get caught, usually the worst case scenario is they will remove your reviews. I have heard of people getting in trouble for this, but usually the people who get in trouble for this are doing it on a much larger scale. So I wouldn't worry about this too much. However, in the long run, one of the most effective ways to get more sales for your product is to use Amazon's PPC platform. And I do have a full-length video where I go in depth talking about Amazon PPC that I'll link down below in the description. And this is an overview of how to sell on Amazon. But if you want even more information, I did a completely free 8-hour Amazon FBA course. It's a YouTube video. All you have to do is click right here to get that free video. So click on that free video right now. You can bookmark it. You can save it to your watch later, but click on that video. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.